The twilight had painted the skies in hues of purple and gold, an ethereal masterpiece born from the dreams of a forgotten age. Leora stood on the edge of the cliff, her fingers tracing the edges of the ancient map she had discovered within the dusty archives of the cartographer's hall, an artifact thought lost to both time and memory. Beneath her feet, the world was literally breaking apart. The shattering had torn the very fabric of their realm, creating floating isles and jagged rifts, a world of dreams now rendered broken mosaic. "This is it," the voice startled her, calm but with an edge of curiosity. It was Quinn, the wayward alchemist, eyes always catching the glint of discovery in places others overlooked. "Do you truly believe a Heartstone could exist?" "I don't need belief, just a direction," Leora replied, folding the map delicately. "This map suggests it, and if there's a chance," she left the sentence hanging, unsure if she was speaking to convince him or herself. From the shadows of the forested path emerged Alden, a knight whose once glorious armor bore the rust of disuse and the scars of disgrace. He joined them with the silent solidarity of someone seeking redemption. "The realm is unraveling quicker than ever," Alden stated, the solemnity in his voice matching the worry etched on his brow. "This journey may be our last hope." There was a rustle in the underbrush, and from it emerged a creature both wondrous and strange. Phi, the sentient myth-beast, chittered softly, its iridescent wings flickering like the aurora in the dimming light. Despite its small size, Leora felt an ancient wisdom in its gaze. Together, they looked over the precipice at the shattered world below, each bound by the slim chance of a united realm and the hope that tethered them to the quest. Leora turned, facing her companions with a renewed sense of determination. "The world needs mending, and so do we. Let's go." Thus their journey began. A tale spun from dreams and despair, each step forward challenging the very essence of who they were meant to be. The path stretched endlessly into the horizon, the ground cracking and healing beneath their feet as if the world itself were breathing. As they traversed the dream-stitched lands, each step unspooled fragments of their pasts, like whispers tangled in the wind. Leora led the way, the ancient map clutched in hand, lines crisscrossing to form a tapestry of their fractured world. Her eyes lingered on the symbols, her heart flickering with shadows of doubt and hope in equal measure. "This is madness," Alden muttered as they crossed another floating island, anchored precariously by chains of cloud stuff. "A stone impossible to exist? How do we place faith in a legend?" "Sometimes a legend is all we have," Leora replied, meeting his skepticism with a small smile. Quinn chimed in, his tone buoyant with a mix of fascination and skepticism. "Magic is but science we do not understand. We've seen the world bend to dreams. Why not to belief?" Faye's chittering echoed agreement, wings pulsating like the heartbeat of the world. The creature darted ahead, occasionally stopping to nudge them toward less treacherous paths. A shimmering mist enveloped them as they entered the Vale of Echoes, where shadows had eyes, and the landscape seemed to conversate with itself. The atmosphere was thick with magic and memories, both inviting and foreboding. Voices from the edges of consciousness reached out to them, remnants of forgotten tales that told of peace and war, love and decay. They paused, uncertainty thinning their resolve until a figure emerged from the swirling haze. Tall and cloaked in tattered robes, the apparition seemed tethered to the land itself. "Keepers of hope," it intoned, voice rasping as though centuries worn. "The Heartstone lies beyond the realms of despair, where even dreams fear to tread." Leora stepped forward, emboldened by their purpose. "We seek to mend the shattering, to bring unity to chaos. Guide us!" The spectral figure gestured, a silent answer, and the mist parted to reveal a labyrinth of crystalline pathways, each glistening with possibilities. The companions exchanged wary glances, the weight of their quest pressing heavily upon their shoulders. As the ground shifted beneath them, they took their first tentative steps into the maze, each turn a new fragment of their uncharted journey, each step binding them more closely to the fate of the realm and each other. The crystalline maze stretched endlessly in every direction, its walls shimmering with refracted light and hidden secrets. Each corridor seemed to sing a song of its own, a melody of longing and forgotten dreams. As the group ventured deeper, the path behind them seemed to vanish, swallowed by the ever-shifting landscape. Their trust lay in each step forward. "Do you feel it?" Quinn asked, his voice barely above a whisper, as though loud sounds might shatter their delicate surroundings. The magic here is different. It's alive. Alive and watching, Alden replied, his hand resting on the hilt of his sword, worn fingers brushing the worn leather grip for reassurance. We can't afford to lose our way now. Faye fluttered around them, its luminescent form casting a gentle glow that softened their path. It paused, hovering over intricate runes etched into the ground, its eyes wide with an unspoken message. It's a warning, Leora translated, kneeling to inspect the symbols. The labyrinth of illusions. It reveals our innermost fears. As if summoned by her words, shadows began to coalesce around them, morphing into shapes that tugged at their deepest insecurities. Leora's heart raced as she faced a vision of herself, overwhelmed by doubt and the responsibility that weighed on her shoulders. Quinn saw the destruction of his experiments gone wrong, flames devouring everything he cherished. Alden stood locked in battle with phantoms of his past, reminders of failure and disgrace he had tried to bury. But it was Faye's reaction that surprised them the most. The creature trembled with the weight of ancient sorrow, caught in a web of lost myths and vanishing kin. These are but illusions, Leora called out, her voice ringing with newfound determination. They cannot bind us unless we allow it. Together they fought through, each illusion unraveling under the force of their belief, their fears dissolving like morning mist. With each step, the maze altered, crystalline walls shifting into a map of stars and constellations, paths etched with the light of distant worlds. It's beautiful, Quinn murmured, awe lighting up his features. We're moving forward. The crystalline walls faded, revealing a glade bathed in starlight, where the ground beneath their feet was composed of interlocking constellations, dancing with celestial force. Their journey through the labyrinth had forged a new bond among the companions, weaving their destinies together even tighter. Our path is written in stars, Leora mused, hope flickering like a candle against the darkness of their path. Their hearts steadied, they ventured on, ready to confront the challenges that lay ahead, driven by the promise of healing the world of dreams. Beneath a canopy of undulating stars, the companions emerged from the eyes of the crystalline maze into a forest draped in perpetual twilight. Shadows clung to the edges, the whisper of leaves brushing together, echoing secrets of an ancient world. As they advanced, the air thickened with the scent of wildflowers and the metallic undertone of untamed magic. The Glimmerwood, Quinn said, glancing around with wonder, a place where legends are born and forgotten. Their steps were softened by a carpet of luminescent petals that glowed underfoot, as if guiding them deeper into the forest's embrace. Faye, attuned to the whispering leaves, darted in and out of sight, as if seeking something only it could sense. We must tread carefully here, Alden advised, his eyes scanning for unseen dangers. The wood is known for its enchantments and guardians. As if on cue, a low growl resonated from the depths of the shadows. A figure emerged, eyes glowing like embers, its frame that of a great wolf, but with antlers crowned with vines. Dream Beast, Leora whispered, awestruck by the creature's imposing presence. Faye approached the beast with caution, chittering softly, their languages woven through nature itself, a dance of intention and understanding. The wolf beast regarded them with an air of silent command before speaking, its voice echoing like thunder rumbling across a distant sky. Why do you venture into the heart of the Glimmerwood, shrouded in dreams? Leora stood firm, her voice steady. We seek the Heartstone, tormented by the shattering, and the path leads through your realm. The creature's eyes narrowed, probing their resolve. Many have attempted to mend what is broken, but few understand what they truly seek. The Heartstone is more than a relic. It is a choice, a test that transcends bravery and binds fate to change. We're prepared, Alden replied, conviction deepening his voice. The wolf beast nodded slowly. Then know this, the Heartstone lies beyond the wings of eternity. Those who pursue it unworthy must confront what they fear most. With those words, the great wolf retreated into the shadows, leaving their path enveloped in fragrant stillness once more. A chill crept up Leora's spine. Change, she mused aloud, weighing the word's implications as though it were a tangible thing. As they ventured deeper into the mystical woods, each step pulling them closer to their goal, the companions found themselves contemplating what lay beyond courage, and their own transformations waiting to unfold. Night deepened around them as the companions moved further into the heart of the Glimmerwood, where the air pulsed with magic and remnants of ancient hopes. Faye, ever perceptive, flitted closer, casting a warm glow across their path. Leora felt a strange weight in the atmosphere, something drawing them toward both promise and peril. "The wings of eternity," Quinn murmured. His eyes scanned the horizon where colossal stone arches rose, etched with forgotten symbols. They arced high above, seeming to support the very heavens themselves. "Once these marked the boundary between the waking world and dreams," he added, wonder threading his voice. "A threshold," Leora whispered, feeling the pull of destiny stronger than before. As they stepped beneath the arches, an electrifying surge coursed through them, igniting their fears with vivid clarity. The night air shimmered, and each traveler found themselves standing alone, lost in mirages of their own making. Leora stumbled, gripping the map tightly. Around her danced projections of shattered lands she couldn't save, an echo of her greatest fears. Overwhelming responsibility pressed down, threatening to drown her under its weight. "You think yourself the savior of realms," a shadowy figure taunted. "Do you really understand what is at stake?" Elsewhere, Alden faced the ghosts of battles he could never win, fighting against shadows of comrades lost. "They depended on you," the memories taunted, "and you failed them." Quinn was haunted by fires of creation and destruction, flames consuming his hopes and dreams, pushing him to the precipice of doubt. "What have you ever changed," the shadows whispered, "except to ruin?" And Faye danced in a realm devoid of memories, the collective dreams of its kin locked away, forever unreachable. Despair gripped each heart, threatening to shatter resolve. Yet as their surroundings sought to consume them, a light pierced through, woven from courage, unity, and the palpable hope they shared in their mission. "Fear is an illusion," Leora's voice rang clear and strong, shattering the shadows. Echoed by her companions, their combined strength broke through the veil of deceit as their reality reasserted itself around them. The visions faded, banished by their belief in one another. Together, they emerged on the other side of the arches into a vast, open expanse, the night sky above mirrored with countless stars. "We have come far," Alden observed, the weight somewhat lifted from his shoulders. "But the true challenge lies ahead." Buoyed by their victory over fear and the bonds forged within the Glimmerwood, the group pressed onward, hearts beating in unison with the rhythm of their quest, the path to the Heartstone clearer than ever before. The expanse beyond the wings of eternity revealed a landscape unlike any they had traversed before, a shimmering desert of light and shadow. Waves of phosphorescent sand shifted underfoot, glinting like scattered stardust, whispering tales of time unbound. "The luminal sands," Quinn murmured as he crouched down to let the glowing particles slip between his fingers. "Every grain holds a fragment of forgotten dreams." Leora nodded, surveying the surreal beauty stretching boundlessly before them. Despite the silence of the desert, she felt its unwavering pulse, resonating with the life force of the shattered realm. Alden took the lead, each step forward cautious yet purposeful. "We must push on," he urged. "Time is stretching beyond the skies here, rhythm unraveling with each second." Their journey through the luminal sands seemed timeless, a suspension where past, present, and future danced in a delicate balancing act. Yet the further they traveled, the heavier the air felt, thick with impending storm. As if conjured from their fears, a tempest began to form on the horizon. Winds picked up, swirling with a cacophony of unremembered voices, a storm built from grief and longing. Faye cried a warning, but its fragile voice was nearly swallowed by the dissonance. Leora tightened her grip on the map, whose once clear markings flickered in and out of focus, as if mirroring the gale's incessant tug of reality. "Hold fast," she shouted over the rising winds. "This is another challenge. We must ground ourselves in our purpose." The tempest lashed at them, slashing with sharp tendrils of fear and doubt. "What keeps you struggling in vain?" it howled, attempting to sunder their spirits as it battered their bodies. Quinn, shielding his eyes against the blinding storm, shouted out, "Because this realm is worth saving. We may be fractured, but together we form something greater." His words provided a lifeline, galvanizing the group to stand firm. Joined by their shared convictions, they wove a tapestry of hope against unraveling chaos. each heart beat in time with the realm, their resolve creating a sanctuary amidst the tempest. As suddenly as it had begun, the storm began to abate, dissipating with a final plaintive howl. The air cleared, leaving them surrounded by the desert's luminous calm once more, their collective spirit unbowed. "It learns from us," Faye noted, its voice touched with awe, "but it cannot break what is truly united." Empowered by their triumph over the chaos, the companions trekked onward, feeling the very sands beneath them align in guiding shapes. Each step took them closer to the Heartstone, hearts brimming with the knowledge that their journey through the realm not only rebuilt the land, but also mended their own souls. With the storm behind them, the companions reached the edge of the luminal sands, where the landscape shifted yet again into a realm of ice and crystal. The air carried a crisp chill, wrapping around them in a cold embrace. Towers of glacial spires stretched toward the heavens, their surfaces reflecting the prismatic light of the low-hanging sun. Faye flitted ahead, its glow juxtaposed against the cool blues and whites, a beacon of warmth in an otherwise frigid expanse. "The crystalline veil," Alden pointed out, recognizing the stories etched into its very ice, an archive of the realm's history, captured in all its luminous beauty. "So close, yet still steeped in trials," Quinn added, his breath puffing before him in frosty wisps. A path carved through the veil led them deeper into the icy terrain, where echoes of conversations seemed to drift from the frozen structures, like voices trapped in the realm's memories. "Every step we take writes a new line in this story," Leora observed, feeling the weight of their journey spelling hope amidst the ancient echoes. As shadows lengthened, the veil's peaceful veneer began to wane, and the chill intensified, pricking at their resolve. The air shimmered, rippling into forms that moved and merged in front of them. Spectral guardians forged from ice, their forms living sculptures within the gleaming maze. Those guardians manifested from the veil's frosted heart, echoing the spirits of the Dreamweavers who once protected the realm's harmony. Faye buzzed nervously, sensing an ancient wisdom within these ephemeral entities. "We come seeking the Heartstone, striving to mend the shattering," Leora declared, stepping forward with conviction. The largest of the specters leaned forward, its visage both fierce and regal. "All who seek the Heartstone must prove their dedication not only through courage but through sacrifice," it intoned, voice resonating with the weight of eons. The icy guardians tested them, not with force but through the mirrored reflections they cast, displaying moments of vulnerability, sacrifice, and potential loss. The companions knew their quest meant there might be no turning back, only a path forward illuminated by their unity. In silence, they reached an unspoken agreement, each willing to face the consequences for the chance to restore the realm's balance. Through shared understanding and the willingness to endure, they shone with an inner light that dispelled the ghostly guards. Rewarded by the specter's silent approval, the crystal path before them began to thaw, revealing a gateway adorned with intricate runes. "This is it," Alden sighed, hope dancing in his eyes. As the arches loomed before them, the warmth of potential victory fed their determination. The companions passed through the gateway, hearts resolute and ready to face whatever awaited them beyond this final threshold in their journey. Beyond the glacial gateway, the companions entered a valley cloaked in perpetual twilight. The landscape flowed with an ethereal quality, its features indistinct yet alluring, an ambiguous border between all that was real and imagined. This was the nexus of dreams, where the fabric of reality met the tapestry of the unconscious. "We're treading in the domain of the Dreamweavers," Quinn whispered, reverence lacing his voice. Here, the very ground pulsed with a phosphorescent glow, pulsating in time with each heartbeat, compelling the travelers to feel an uncanny oneness with everything around them. The air was thick with magic, and as they marched forward, echoes of melodies long forgotten hung in the atmosphere, a distant symphony played by those who once sculptured dreams. Faye seemed jittery with anticipation, flitting closer to the center where the realm's energies converged. "Stay close," Leora advised, holding the map steady. Its lines glowed translucent, illuminating their path toward the heart of this dimension. As they progressed, the whispers from unseen entities grew louder, harmonious yet inexplicable, weaving tales of heartache, joy, and endless possibilities. Out of this cacophony emerged forms, the The specters of the Dreamweavers, ancient and serene, their once omnipotent presence now merely a fraction of the grandeur they embodied. The companions hesitated, aware that they were intruding upon a sacred space, a meeting ground of past and future. "Why do you seek the Heartstone?" one specter asked, its luminous form radiating gentle compassion. "The ancients warned never to meddle with its power, for it can reshape destinies," another chimed in with a voice like distant thunder. "The realm is suffering because of the shattering," Alden replied, strength in his conviction. "We must restore the unity that has been lost." Fanning out before them, the Dreamweavers presented visions conjured from their heart's desires. A restored realm, peace across diverse lands, reunification with what each held dear. Tempting though these were, Leora knew that grasping at illusions could fracture their purpose. "We are willing to sacrifice," she replied, her voice unyielding. "The Heartstone is not a fix for us individually, but a hope for us all collectively." The ethereal forms seemed to confer in silence before nodding in solemn approval. Each Dreamweaver extended a hand, offering a piece of their essence, investing in these travelers as stewards of the legacy they once ensured. With newfound insight and the Dreamweaver's blessing as their guide, the pathway toward the Heartstone became clear, a luminous bridge arcing across the sky, glimmering with an otherworldly light. As they crossed that bridge, energized by their resolution and the unity of purpose, they prepared their hearts for the ultimate trial that awaited in the next chapter of their odyssey. The end of their journey was near, but to reach it, they would have to first confront the culmination of their deepest fears and desires, and see if they truly held the strength to weave the realms anew. The Bridge of Light delivered them to the culmination of their quest, a great circular clearing where the very air throbbed with the energy of converging worlds. At its center, the Heartstone hung suspended, a pulsing core of luminescence, each beat radiating ripples across the fabric of possibility. It was a heart not just of stone, but of ancient essence, binding dreams and realities together. All at once, the multitude of their journey's trials coalesced in their minds, the shattering and its unending fractures, the tasks that had tested their courage and choice, the specters of their fears laid bare. Standing before this awe-inspiring testament to both the realm's fragility and resilience, they felt the enormity of their undertaking. Leora took a step forward, each footfall resonating loudly in the heavy silence. "This is where it all begins anew," she declared, hope mingling with trepidation within her. But as she extended her hand towards the Heartstone, shadows erupted from the ground, forming into a lurking presence, the embodiment of doubt and division, born from the fractures now festering in the realm. "You are misguided," it hissed, its voice a discordant melody that dug into their thoughts. "The Heartstone's power is not to be toyed with. You will fail like the Dreamweavers before you." Alden faced the shadow, his purpose unswayed. "We may face failure, but surrender is the true defeat. To remain divided promised only inevitable end." Drawing from the resilience ingrained by their voyage, he lifted his sword, a symbol of protection and resolve. Quinn stepped beside Alden, eyes fiery with defiance. "Knowledge and courage can transcend the limits of fear and doubt. We carry the light of unity, a beacon against this shadow." Phi, charged with the echoes of ancient wisdom, emitted a piercing radiance, confronting the dark presence with its blinding truth. Their combined strength fought against the malign force attempting to fracture their resolve, each one bound by choice, each heart beating in time with the Heartstone. The entity recoiled against their resilience, its form cracking under the assault of light and truth. Finally, it dissolved like mist on a dawn breeze, leaving the companions standing victorious in their unity. Empowered now as caretakers of a nascent era, the companions circled around the Heartstone. Together, they pledged to act as stewards of balance, stitching the seamless connection between dreams and reality. Leora laid a hand on the Heartstone, its light enveloping them all, entwining their fates with the destiny of the realm for eternity. Bathed in its glow, they felt the beginning of something vast and beautiful take root within them, as they prepared together to leave behind the shadowed past and step forward into the dawn of a mended dream. As the light from the Heartstone enveloped them, the world around the companions began to shift and shimmer, the broken and fragmented lands slowly knitting themselves back together. The magic of the Dreamweavers coursed through the realm once more, sealing the shattering's rifts and harmonizing the chaotic tapestry of dreams. The air was filled with the symphony of renewal, a melody that resonated with the joy of rebirth and transformation. Leora felt the weight of the journey lift as clarity settled upon the lands, and so too in her heart. "The realm is whole again," she murmured, awe lacing every word. "We've done it!" Beside her, Quinn watched as the sand, snow, and stars seamlessly interwove, each part of the land finding its rightful place. "We dared to dream beyond despair," he reflected, a grin breaking through the dirt and exhaustion on his face. "It's a wondrous sight, the result of belief and action intertwined." Alden looked around, the rust in his armor seeming to glimmer alongside the rejuvenating brilliance sweeping across their world. He felt his heart lightening with renewed purpose, a path of redemption, acceptance, and honor now open before him. "It's more than I dared hope for," he admitted, voice a hushed reverence. "We gave not just our strength, but our hearts to this cause. It was enough." Faye soared high above them, releasing a song that blended with the universe itself, both a celebration and a testament to unity. "The realm will remember this day, the dream that held us apart, now unified by those who dared to bridge the divide." As the renewal settled, the companions found themselves standing on firm ground once more, the world waiting expectantly, echoes of transformation rippling across the horizon. The Heartstone, now firmly entrenched in the foundations of a reborn realm, pulsed beneath their feet, a forever heart connecting dreams and reality, its task complete, yet always vigilant. Leora turned to her companions, gratitude and camaraderie shining in her eyes. "We've restored the realm, but we won't stop here. Our new journey has only just begun, one of guardianship and guidance in this mended world." Together, they ventured into the dawn of a new era with confidence, their paths forever intertwined, the legacy of their quest propelling them forward. In a realm once sundered and now whole, they stepped into the future holding the promise of endless possibilities, united in purpose and achieving a harmony once only dreamt, each step forward a fulfillment of the stories yet to be written. And so they wandered forth as stewards of the shattered realm, now unified, embracing the setting of old stars and the rise of new dreams, where hope etched a bold and lasting trail across the night's vast canvas.